you know? And it makes me really cross with myself. This jar, this is how I'm gonna tackle my TBR. Hello my loves, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Hannah. If you are not new here, nice to have you back. Bit of a different video for me today. Most of my content on here is reading vlogs and wrap-ups. We're currently in the middle of May and I'm having a pretty shocking reading month. It's just been really, really busy and I haven't really had much time to read, but I've been looking ahead to the summer. I work in education, so the summer is a good reading time. May, June, not so much. But for a while, it has been bothering me how many unread books I have on my shelf. Now, I know on the scale of BookTube, this is probably not that many books, but to me, it's too many, and I'm starting to feel a little bit oppressed by how many unread books I have on my shelves. So novels, just novels, we're not even talking plays, poetry, short stories or non-fiction today. I have 118 unread books on my shelves, and that is actually a total lie because I'm just looking at my special little northeast bookcase over there, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more, 122 unread books on my case. And some of these have been on here for a really, really long time. I have been much better recently about not buying as many books. I've talked about this before on my channel, but if you are new here, I got a bit stuck in my reading. My parents, God love them, when I was about 13 or 14, bought me that compendium, 1001 Books to Read Before You Die. But me being who I am as a person, sort of took that as like a literal challenge, and I've been diligently sort of plugging my way through reading lots of books like from that list. And so what would happen is I would be in charity shops, and if I saw a title that I recognised, I'd just buy it because it was on the list, regardless of whether or not it was a genre or writer that I particularly enjoyed. And I got very, very stuck. And so part of why I wanted to start like a BookTube channel anyway was to give myself a little bit of external accountability in terms of like really looking at whether I'm even enjoying the books I'm reading and why I'm reading the books that I'm reading. And yeah, so some of the books on these shelves are what I call kind of like obligation reads. These are books that I've picked up because for no other reason than that they're sort of canonical and the vibe is that you should read them. So I've got a lot of them on my shelf. I also then have a lot of new books that I'm genuinely really interested in. I have books that I've bought only because they were on different prize lists. And then I have books that I've just randomly picked up or said yes to when like one of my friends is having like a clear out on their bookcases and said, does anyone want any of these books? And because of who I am, I can't say no to free books. So that's kind of how I've ended up with 120 unread books. And it's getting in the way of me feeling like I can go out and buy more stuff. Not that that's the main driver. I mostly just, I bought these books for a reason, rightly or wrongly, and I want to read them or to make the decision that I no longer want to read them and get them off my shelves. So this video is me telling you my plan for how I'm going to do this. So what I'm not trying to do, I've watched and enjoyed a number of booktube journeys where people have been trying to get a 0 TBR. That's not what I'm aiming for here. I'm not aiming for 0 because I still like to shop my shelves. I still like to have a good chunk of unread stuff on there so that I feel like I've got something for every mood I could possibly be in. But I definitely want it to be more like 20 to 30 unread books. That is something I would be very happy with. And if I were a more logical, sane, or typical person, I would just sort of go, well, these are the books on my shelves. I'll just read these books. That's not really how my brain works. I sort of, in order to do anything in my life, need it to be a game. I constantly play games with myself to force myself to do things. And so, this jar, this is how I'm going to tackle my TBR. So, in here are a number of prompts. So, let me pull a few out for some examples, because I actually, I did this 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then like I said, I've been really busy, so I haven't actually revisited what is in here. But for example, this one says, can you see that? Irish books. You probably can't see that, and also I've got terrible writing. Irish books. So I would go to my shelves. I've got a number of books on my shelves by Irish authors. And so I'd pick that prompt, I'd tell you about it over on my Instagram channel, and then I would film a reading vlog where I read those books. So not all of the vlogs that will be coming on my channel in the coming months, but a lot of them are going to be books for this challenge. So this other one that I've just opened here is books that I've bought from Barter Books. Barter Books is a massive, wonderful second-hand bookshop up in Northumberland, and it's great. And I have bought a lot of books from there over the years. I reckon I've probably got 20 on my shelf that are from Barter Books. I buy a lot of my books secondhand, so yeah. Do you know what? I'm not gonna open anymore. I'm gonna see if I can remember some, because this is taking ages, and it's frankly terrible content. So what have I put in here? There's things in here like authors that are new to me, Booker Prize backlist books, authors of colour, queer books, books that are about things that have actually happened. So, you know, like historical books or kind of reimaginings. Dystopia is on here. What else? I think I've got fucked up books. If you've watched my reading vlog of reading unhinged books, that is my part 2 and probably my part 3 of that vlog series will probably come from stuff I already have on my shelves. I have one in here I know, which I hope comes up soon, but is like Beat the Paperback. So I am a terror for buying a book in hardback that I'm excited about reading and not reading it before the paperback comes out. And that really annoys me because I prefer paperbacks. I actually don't really enjoy reading hardback books. So if I end up not reading my hardback edition and then the paperback edition comes out, I'm like, well, why have I spent all this money and now I have an edition of this book that I don't even enjoy the experience of reading? How desperate was I really to read this book, you know? And it makes me really cross with myself. So this is the plan. This is the plan. it would be really cool if you want to join in a little bit. That's why I'm going to post on Instagram when in case you're wondering what I've been doing here, I'm just shuffling them, because I'm going to draw my very first one. Let's do this. Here's the first one. Actually, no, because you didn't see me just pull that out. You might be like, whoa, she had that in her hand already. This jar is not big enough for the job. Yeah, so I'm going to pull my first one now. And will I? Oh, sugar. Right. I'm going to pull three. And then I'll give myself a little choice of the three. Okay, here we go. Option 1. Oh, just want to have a really wholesome time. It's my birthday this month, and that's got potential. So like, just like, you know, those sorts of books where you're just like, yeah. Oh, nice. I mean, wholesome is not a word that I would use to describe most of the books that I own, but definitely got some wholesome books. Definitely got some. Or reading the bisexual flag. Ooh, bonus points if it could be the bisexual flag with by rep. I don't think the colours are going to work out for me on that one, but yeah, I might sit on that one, because I might do that for like, let's see if I can pull that again for like by visibility or pride. And then option 3. Authors I have read and loved before. I mean, there are loads of those on my shelf. So, which do I want to go for? Do I want to have a wholesome time? Or do I want to read authors that I have read and loved before? I can't decide now. So I'm going to wrap this video here. By the time this goes up, I probably will have made a decision. So check my Instagram at Hannah Lost the Plot, and I will post it there. Ooh. Exciting. Interesting. It's already making me look at my shelf differently, so that's fun. Let me know in the comments below if you have anything for either of these prompts on your shelf. So do you have any just like lovely wholesome books that you're planning on reading that are on your shelf? Or do you have any books on your shelf by authors that you've read and loved before that for some reason you just haven't picked up yet? I have so many of those. Yeah. Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thanks for being here at the incredibly sedate launch party of this initiative to tackle my TBR. We're gonna have a jolly old time. Catch you later. Bye. Bye.